You're up next. That's an unusual one. What Mr. Scamander fears above everything else is...
having to work in an office, sir.
Newt's biggest fear is working in an office.
Why?
Yeah.
Whose isn't?
Right? Right. Well, so what's your boggart? What is your greatest fear?
You know, I was thinking about this last night, and I was thinking that one is legitimately, it's a really good one.
You see,
know,
I
we've all
love
managed to
offices.
avoid it.
I
What?
weirdly love an office. I love stationery. I have a weird obsession with stationery. I love a really like a
Staplers?
good... Yeah, a
Like
stapler,
staplers?
hole punch. So that's definitely not
okay,
my
we all know
boggle.
what we're going
See,
to get for
yeah,
Christmas.
but that's like one day in an office.
Why?
Oh, the novelty
No,
of
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
My fear randomly is deep water, like really deep water. But I don't know how that would manifest itself as a boggle. It's a bit of
I've
a
just
random-
realised I've had an epiphany. Mine's probably mess.
Mess. I love
I'm
the
a
truth.
little bit OCD. My
that's a
children
real
are all
window
probably
in.
home going,
Yeah.
I think a messy room. Oh no, it would have to be a vision of my room really messy.
Dude, I think
Be
that's
like,
one of the reasons we get on so well. Suddenly we've just found that thing.
I
Oh
hate
my
it.
God.
I hate mess.
Grindelwald wants to see that piece destroyed.
Let's take it.
Shooting that scene, can you walk me through it? Being there, what was real, what was not? We've got Johnny Depp and he's being super serious.
Yeah.
He was real.
All
He
the
was
magic
real.
was real.
And also
all
the
the people
scale.
were
Yeah.
robots, actually.
The things they do on this film, I think sometimes people think on these Beast films that a lot of it's done in CGI, and there's a certain amount of it, but what they literally built that amphitheatre, and there were thousands of supporting artists dressed as like wizards from all over the place. What I found amazing in that scene is Johnny is having to like speak this great rhetoric, intense rhetoric to this massive crowd, but he also manages to sort of charm and sort of seduce the camera around him.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you
It was
reckon?
fun to
I
watch.
just think he's a master of it. I think he's
Yeah.
wonderful in this film.
Grindelwald had a vision.
that he would rise to dominance over the wizarding world.
So you're asking me to help hunt him down?
I also was watching the behind the scenes, and this shocked me, where you literally climb out of the suitcase.
Yeah.
Like,
He makes it look easy.
What?
It's not easy.
Is there a hole?
There's literally a hole.
Magic. Again.
Catherine hates it when I give away the secrets, but I'm like
It's
so not a member of the magic circle.
I don't know how they do it. It's magic.
I'm like desperate to tell everyone everything. I'm the worst secret keeper. No, they literally chop up. There was one thing that when we did the first film, they were trying to work out how Newt gets into the case, and should that be some kind of gravitational thing? And J.K. Rowling was really specific that it should be old school. There should be steps. He should walk down. So, yeah, it's one of those.
And thank you for also just doing
Well,
that.
we do add extra steps because
Yeah.
you come up the ladder, but then sometimes for the camera, they need a few more. So you do the real steps, and then sometimes you kind of go,
Day one of drama school.
really
Yeah, exactly.
ridiculous.
I can't move against Grindelwald. It has to be you.
In your shoes, I'd probably refuse to. It's late.
Good evening, Newt.
No, I heard that you went back and you watched the old Harry Potters.
Oh, I mean, what a great excuse.
Sure, exactly. Well, so what was
Pretending
the
I was at work.
Yeah, this is
You know what I
important
mean?
research.
Eating popcorn and chocolate. Go, well, this
Yeah.
is very. I'm making some notes.
It sounds pretty good to me. What are the greatest gifts that you got from watching Richard Harris and also Michael Gambon? Because their portrayals, I mean, everything is very
The
consistent.
humour. I think there's a humour and a twinkle in actually that they both have as actors anyway. That they just bring to most of their performances. There's a sort of sense of humour even in intense and dire situations, and a warmth in there. I really wanted to make sure I carried on and imbued this sense of a good heart at the centre of this man. Even despite all his complications and his turmoil, that he's, I think, feeling a little more in this film than perhaps at the age of 110.
And the twinkle. Catherine and I call it the Dumbledore Twinkle, which Jude just like in the first look he gave me. It was
That was
essentially
all
like a sort of
CGI.
CGI twinkle.
They put that all in post.
Can't get it
They're
out
like,
of him. I
Can't
don't
get
know
it
what
out.
we're gonna
Quick, put in a
do.
little
You guys,
twinkle CGI.
all at once. You guys have to take your sunglasses off to just
Oh.
give a twinkle.
Yeah, go on.
Oh.
There you go. I just try. I over twinkle.
I did
I tried too hard with my eyes.
I just started
That's why he
flirting.
has it
Like a
innately.
bug.
I just started flirting. No, I just backed my eye. It was terrible. I'm embarrassed at myself.
We need the context. We need
Didn't
the
they?
dialogue.
Thank
we
you. Yeah,
need
it's
the
not that
costume.
easy. Otherwise, you can't just.
You can't just
do it on
twinkle
road.
on cue.
Magic blooms only in rare souls. Still, we must skulk in shadows.
What is your boggart?
No, mine's simple. I'm actually terrified of snakes. I
You
do.
play a snake in this movie.
Yeah.
So you play one, and I was hearing that you went and visited snakes. You realized they maybe weren't as bad as you originally thought.
Yes, they don't attack unless they're attacked first.
Okay.
They're beautiful and so soft, but I'm still horrified of Nagini, and there was this mini figurine at the studio tour. I wanted it so bad, but it was so scary looking I didn't get it.
But she's halfway into this bizarre type of aversion therapy, you know what I mean? Whereas she's essentially like faced her fear. Now tell them about the dreams now.
Yes, I see snakes in my dreams every day.
That's interesting.
Since she did the role.
That's interesting.
I've
What
had
are they doing?
snake farms in my dreams.
Snake farms?
Yeah, I don't know, just a lot of snakes.
That's the snake farm I've started for you. I didn't want to tell you about it before, but we do have the snake farm ready for you whenever you're ready to be their king. Yeah.
Okay, so there's something that you need to get out in this course of films. There's something that you're processing. I don't know what it is yet.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
don't we already know? I mean, come on, snakes.
Tell me.
Snakes, they're awesome, and they're one of the most sacred, animistic symbols in the living world.
That's true.
That's
It all
true.
started
And
with
the Occidental faith tried to turn us against them. You know what I mean? Forget that. Forget that noise.
only time the word Occidental ever used in one of my interviews. I just want to note it. And
We're the only people you should ever interview.
that's how it's
And
going to happen.
you're the only
from
person
now
who
on.
should ever interview us. And we should only do it here in Hogsmeade.
in front of the
And we
Hogwarts
should
castle.
live here.
Road
forever.
trip.
Road trip to nowhere. We're already there.
All right. I also heard that you didn't know exactly who you were auditioning for. So take me to that moment that you got the script and saw Nagini.
No. It was before that. So it was the scene where we were together in
Yes.
London.
Yes.
David was there. I was there to read with him, and then he dropped it and said, "You're Nagini." And it's like, I can't make a fool out of myself in front of Ezra Miller.
That's
Pull
right.
myself together.
Have you retracted that statement at all?
No, people have to impress me. They know that. You gotta- That's how I am.
And this was videotaped.
Very judgmental.
Oh,
I had to
God.
do the transformation.
And that went how?
That went okay. I have to find the tape and destroy it.
I have some courtroom sketches, but that's all they
So
let me
David,
take.
if you're watching this, please send it back to me.
Let's just wrap this up by all just doing our best snake, like a shimmy. I don't know. It's just what I feel like doing right now.
Are you getting this?
Yeah, there's no topping
Oh
that.
my God, you should have been Nagini.
That's what I tried to tell him. Yeah.
Disposable.
You're too good news. You never met a monster you couldn't love.
Can you guys set up that scene for me, without spoiling anything, of the big meeting, of the Grindelwald meeting, and walk me through it as to what you guys were doing in real life? Because it's such a
what the
visual...
thought process was?
Yeah, and like, who was there? Who was not? What effects were happening? What was real? What was
For
going on?
the rally?
The big rally.
Right.
I mean, everything was there except for the fire.
Well, yeah.
That scene took
that
about-
health and safety risk.
How long did that take to shoot? Like
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. It was a long...
Everyone started off there, and then we sectioned off.
Yeah.
Because it's such a big amphitheater.
So when you are not shooting your particular shots in such a big scene, like, are you still there watching everything?
You do it at the beginning, so you get an idea
Of what's going
of the
on.
geography.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
And then by the end, poor Johnny, because he had that
Johnny was
speech.
there the whole time.
No, well, there was a point where we had a recording of his voice.
Oh, right, yeah.
Towards the very end,
And
because
the
the poor
tennis
guy
ball.
had been giving this speech for so many days.
He loved it though. He loved it.
Oh yeah, he gave it every time.
That's
I reckon he was behind the wall with the
Just
microphone.
giving it, just talking.
Making like Wizard of Oz, you know, like.
I love that. Like, because hearing his voice is every bit as creepy as seeing that character, I feel like.
Actually, and he was speaking very quietly when he would do it, which
Yeah.
actually made it really great, but it was sometimes hard to hear, so.
Well, yeah, when you're like
In the
40
way back.
meters away
Yeah.
from him.
Do you know what?
Johnny, just speak up, mate.
What'd
you say?
That's such a power move.
Right? Make them come to you.
Yeah.
It's actually, that's exactly what it is.
Oh my God,
exactly.
I
don't
love
have to.
that.
I
The
don't
art
have
of
to
seduction,
yell.
I guess,
I
right?
don't have to yell. Come to me.
Totally.
Really cool choice. I agree.
Speaking of sexy answers,
Dumbledore.
I know you knew already.
We're calling him Dumbledore. Dumbledore.
That's how we're gonna say it in the next movie.
That's amazing. I'm so relieved that he's finally every bit as hot as I've always thought.
He always
Right,
felt.
right, right.
It's he's finally looks as hot as he's felt.
Well, I guess he always knew that he was
Hot.
hot. Yeah. So that you would have picked
He
it up.
did.
That would have been.
Name a movie character that you love that you'd love to see as a young hot version.
Ooh.
What age are we talking? At like 22?
You tell me, my
29. Hagrid.
I really want to like sit down for longer and explore your Hagrid answer.
Well, I'd like to see it, hot Hagrid. You know, no beard, maybe just like a shaped up and
Huh.
hair in like a top knot.
I'm having a hard
He's
time.
so big and strong.
I want to see. I want to see like young hot Santa Claus. Like
kinda the same
young,
thing.
sexy Santa Claus. Right?
I mean,
In this outfit, I think.
Can I be
think
so-
Like
he'd
I want
you too.
Timothy
think he'd like you too.
Chalamet to play Santa Claus. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
and let him borrow your fabulous outfit.
Oh yeah,
because
I'm obviously ready.
It's giving me life.
Are you a ghost?
No, I'm alive, but I'm an alchemist and therefore immortal.
Oh,
Nicola Flamel.
Jacob Kowalski.
Oh.
You don't look a day over 375.
Actual questions about the movie commence.
Let's do it.
In which I want to know what your boggart is. Because Newt has this great moment where he says it's
Yeah.
working in an office, which makes me laugh my ass off.
Yep. Porta potties. Porta potties. Yeah. I have a real issue.
Oh my God, I deeply relate to that.
Yeah, I mean, like if one showed up in a spell, like I'd be really, really unhappy about it.
TSA pat downs.
Tragedy at the airport. I feel so bad for people when I see that happen. I'm like, what are you carrying?
Yeah.
Obviously, this has more to do with you
Yeah.
than anything else.
Yeah.
It's even worse when they're just patting your inseam and go, "You're Jack Black, aren't you?" That happens to me all the time. And I'm like, how do you, wait a minute, from that angle? What do you say to that? I say, yes, I am. Yes, I am, sir.
Yes, sure, but can
Let's
we
move
continue?
on. Let's
Yes.
move on from the subject.
Absolutely.
And from the location.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a family film.
This was This is a family film. I just want to be clear. It's for the edit.
Good.
Describe to me this. So the climactic scene, the big rally, is so amazing, right?
Yeah.
What's real and what's not? Did you feel uncomfortable because if anyone knew who you really were,
Right.
besides your buddies,
Right. I would have been toasted.
I don't know.
and eaten.
I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't say
Yeah.
anything. But
No,
Oh,
it was
intense.
Yeah.
We had
very-
550 extras there that day, or those days.
Yeah.
So it was packed, and the energy was strange.
Yeah.
How so?
Well, it felt like, they were there for the scene itself was a very secretive scene. Everyone's meeting in secret, in the catacombs of this, cemetery, and so that alone is just so freaky, right?
Yeah, and just like the people that they brought in and that they chose, everybody really dug into this outcast kind of people coming together. So there was a strange sort of uneasy energy already in the room.
Yeah.
And then we had, Johnny speaking, and that was
Stirring
also
the pot.
stirring the pot, and it was very, very strange, and powerful. And
Yes.
It's not a bad day at the office, I think, that
No.
when you just watching Johnny Depp with 2 different colored eyes and that glorious hair, just making people mad about stuff.
Making people, yeah,
In the movie.
inciting them and
He's very good.
charming them, and yes,
He's very good. He's a good bad guy. You know, you need a good bad guy for a movie to work. You know, you need a really, and he's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard. Yeah, Johnny Depp. I've heard of him.
He's
like
he's a very talented boy.
the only character that wasn't there. Young hot Dumbledore. I just want to focus on that awkwardly for a second.
Okay.
What movie character throughout time would you like to see as a young hot version of themselves?
Oh.
Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life.
Wow. That is a good one. Wait, yeah. Whoa, in his teens.
I mean, not even that much younger, but just like
Wow.
considering it's such an old movie, you know? Like,
Whoa.
I'd just like to meet like a current age.
That's damn good.
Because actually the flashbacks in that movie are so great. I second this, where it's like, that would be great to see more of that.
Yeah.
Back before his life crumbled.
I know! Zuzu's paddles! Zuzu's paddles!
My mouse blade! Zuzu's paddles! Zuzu! There they are!
Zuzu's paddles. Oh, Zuzu's paddles. Zuzu's paddles. I can't help it. If you start saying that, I gotta start yelling it.
Dan, is it super easier to be in a relationship when you've had your memory erased?
Yeah. At the end of the night, just get your memory erased and everything's fine. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's
It's like
been
50
tricky.
first dates.
Exactly. That's except I'm Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
I like that. I like that movie. I'd see that movie.
It's another person I'll confuse you for later.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Super
I
similar.
like that actually. I got a little crush on her. Is that weird? I don't know.
Are you listening, Drew?
Drew, I've had a crush on you for a long time. Ever since Wayne's World. I mean, that's a weird example. So those paddles. Some of those paddles.